welcome to my channel. Thank you for checking out this video. It's been a minute and I don't know where to start. Like, I have skipped around in this planner for this year. I haven't completed my planner from last year, and I just need to make myself complete it. But there's a spread that it's not that I don't want to do it, it's gonna be hard to do it. So there's that. But this is for the week of Easter, so March the 30th through April the 5th, I believe. I'm using this kit from Cinderella Paper Co. I don't know the name of it, so I'm just gonna call it Happy Easter and hope that that's right. But these are the full boxes. It's very, I wouldn't say pastel. I don't even know what you call this color scheme, but it's giving Easter vibes. And I was gonna use the leftovers from a previous kit that I had, but yeah, I don't know where it is because I got multiple books, and I said it like I got a lot. I don't got a lot. But yeah, I don't know where it's at. We have, you get a lot for your money, you know, for a kid. So I'll be able to use this multiple times if I space out my boxes. Every day is gonna get a box. And I do have stuff to put in my sidebar, which technically I could leave it out if I didn't want to put it, but I guess I'll put it. I'm using this foil kit, sounded weird when I said it, sorry, from Crest Press, called Glimmer. And I just went through my stash, and I wish they offered different color choices. They did the basic, but I get why they do the basic. But anyway, so I'm gonna use this, not the major. This is upside down, but there you go. Sorry, that part was out of frame. All right, I am going to move to the base because I don't really have anything to talk about. So last time, this is a couple of days later, my camera cut off, so I just finished the base. I guess it cut off on the base. I can't really remember when it cut off, but I'm just gonna lay down some of these extra bits and bobs I have, I guess, if it makes sense. I didn't really think about this before I pushed play, so yeah, this is kind of going back. But yeah, I have these, and I don't really know where I could put it that it would make sense. I feel like it's just gonna be like you just laying out stickers like that right there. Like, why? But it's also one of those things, like, when are you ever gonna I mean, I'll use an Easter kit again. That sounded crazy when I said it like that, but you couldn't even see what I did with it, but I put it down at the bottom. So sorry, I have a lot of stuff on my desk again. Didn't think about it, just was like, let's just record. I think that's all I'm gonna do, and let's just get into the day by day. So let's start. That might be too close. All right, let's start with Monday. Was an interesting way to kind of snatch that over. Okay, here we go. I don't know if this is gonna work, how I got this set up, but we're gonna try. Okay, so the first thing that I'm marking on Monday was that I read a story of my life. Don't remember what I was reading. And let's see, if I look back, did I write down what I read? And I'm sorry, this chair is old and it's making noise, but what was you reading? It wasn't that, because I finished the previous week. I put that I finished reading Harry Potter the first year with the Sorcerer's Stone, I guess is what that was called. I have no idea what I was reading. At this time, I had multiple books going, so there's no telling. All right, so I'm just gonna put that I read. I don't know what I read, but I read something. And then on my way home, that gotta be out of order. I don't know. I started an audiobook and I had to find one because the way the library had it going, like it sent it back, or like the book went back to library before I finished. And so on my way to work or on my way to home, whichever one, I had to try to find an audiobook to listen to, you know, to kind of pass the time. And then it was an okay day at work, so I'm just gonna mark it using, ooh, this little girl. Ooh, is she gonna come up? Cause you kind of in the wrong spot. Oh fuck. Okay. Leonard Design. Shoot, I don't know. Carly Plans. No. Yeah, Carly Plans, I think. If you want to know where any of the stickers are from, you can just leave a comment and I will tell you or find out where I got it from. Sorry. Next thing I'm going to mark is that I had a slight headache. Yeah, they just... Anyway, I don't know why, or if I was stressed at work. Probably. I have an interesting team, which I don't have to work with the same team per se. One person left, but she wasn't really the bad one. She came annoying a little bit, and I'm pretty sure everybody been there, but she was nice. But let's just say one that partially left is still there. So, you know, moving on to Tuesday, first thing I'm gonna mark is that I had to pay some bills, and I can spread this out because I don't have a lot to mark, which is always, you know, fun, paying bills and all that shit. Sorry, I also cuss. Sorry if that bothers you. Okay, the next thing I put that I listened to my audiobook, so whatever audiobook that I decided to find this week, I started listening to it. I think it was probably Timmy by K.A. Tucker. I think that's the book. One book I started and I DNF it. Oh, that's probably gonna come later in the week. I never listened to this author's book before, so I just... That worked out how Rob moved that. I don't know if it was the story, or the plot. I don't know. I didn't like it, so I might give this writer or author, writer, same thing, another chance. Like, it really mattered to this particular person because it's a lot of people enjoy her books, but it just wasn't for me. And it might have been, then it's all right. It could have been the fact that it was a novella, I guess, you know, like the free audiobooks you can listen on Amazon. It was like around Valentine's Day, I think. It could have been that. I don't think it was, but it could have been that. I just wasn't feeling her book. And so I didn't have to. And she's a well-known author. Well, like again, like my opinion matters, but I just didn't like it. What was the book called? I wrote it down. Drop, Cover, and Hold On. And I couldn't get into it. It was like, oh, okay. Moving on to Wednesday. This was a day that I really wasn't too sure what happened. So I just kind of thought about my usual routine, and that's what we went with, because yeah, I didn't really write anything down for Wednesday. So I'm marking that I had some 7 brew. I did mark that. And then on my lunch break, oh, that's horrible. I should have took these out the rain. All right. Is that better? Probably not. Okay. So on my lunch break, I talked to my mom. And then later on that evening, I could have used bigger stickers than this. Ooh, where is the kid? Oh, here it is. And my kid is gonna make noise, and I'm sorry. All right, let's just use a bigger sticker, because I just cut all this space and it looks weird. Okay. I had a YouTube binge. I watch a lot of gaming videos, or just whatever catch my attention, to be honest with you. And it'd be like, girl, you really watching it? And the answer is yes, I was. Should have picked a different color, but I didn't think about changing that box until the last minute. So, and then I put that I was snacky, because I just can't lose weight with my big old self. All right, moving on to Thursday. Hopefully we can fit all this in. I'm marking that I was late for work because there was a wreck on the freeway. And this was, okay. I don't know if you can see that. It's fine. It was kind of irritating because, 1, there was no need for traffic. 2, there was no damn need for traffic. People were being nosy. So I actually could have got to work at a decent time. But no. People wanted to be fucking nosy. Okay. Because the wreck was on the side of the freeway, not blocking a lane. So there was really no reason for people to be going slow. Like, the emergency vehicles and people were there, so nobody was helping. Everybody was just driving slow, like they was gonna get pulled over. Like, they're gonna stop assisting the people who had the accident to get on the freeway to come after you. Like, it was that stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I got to work. It was okay. My boss lives in my city, so she knew about the incident, which is a plus and a minus, because you know, someday you could be like, oh, it was traffic. But given that she lives in the same town, can't really pull that card. All right, then I put that I wait. No, this wasn't for Harry Potter. This one was for finishing Royal Valentine. And then I just want to make very noise. It was a frustrating day at work. I listened to Harry Potter. That's the correct order. Ooh, I hope I can mark all of this next stuff. Okay. Okay. And then I had, so all this going on, having to step out. I had to cancel my debit card because somebody tried to order some fucking DoorDash. And I did pretty good, not because in most of the video, like I said one earlier, but tried to use my card. So I'm at work, supposed to be supervising something. I know y'all heard the siren, sorry. Supposed to be supervising something, and I had to call the bank to cancel my debit card. And I had to tell, not that they was like, oh no, you're using your card. It's just gonna come down here. I just don't care at this point because I pulled the sticker. I was like, I don't even order from DoorDash. No offense, I would love to take part in the convenience of DoorDash. However, with me and my anxiety and my paranoia, like, I don't want anyone bringing me my food. Like, go and pick up my food, driving with it and bringing it to me. It's weird. I know. I'm weird. Okay. So, that was fine. And then I ended the night with eating some chicken express, and then I had a headache, and then I went to bed early. So, that was all that day. Okay. Moving on to Friday. Not much to mark on Friday either, so we can spread this on out. I'm marking that I was annoyed AF. You know, again, when you work with somebody who think they the boss and do not have a title, it was that kind of day. And then I binge watched YouTube as usual, so we're gonna lay that there. And then I had to go to the store. These look weird with these little boxes, so let's fix that. Okay, the first one was going to be a green box. Okay, oops, it was going to be this box. So I had to go to the store. And then the next one was going to be that one little color. So we'll do this. And I had leftovers, so I'm gonna have to put those stickers back. All right, leftovers, and I just used this because it was a home cooked meal. And then for going somewhere here, I have to pull the sticker later. Okay, moving on to Saturday. Okay, lot to mark, and hopefully I get all this in. There's not gonna be any clear space. All right, so first thing we're gonna mark on Saturday is that I slept in. After this week, I guess I needed that, you know, so I slept in. And then I had breakfast with some coffee, because I just need my coffee. And I think when I don't have my coffee, I feel weird about it. Okay. It was also a rainy day. So I'm right there. Okay, hold on. I got a sticker stuck on another sticker. Awesome. Okay. Then I had to go. No. Oh, this is when I DNF'd the book. It was just not gonna work. Not my cup of tea. I know you can see the words behind it, but we're gonna pretend that you can't, so I can use all the stickers. Okay. All right. I don't know. Let's see. Would you like to be closer? Right there. Okay. I don't know why I put that voice on, but I did. All right. Then, okay. After I didn't have the book, I had to go to the store and do some Easter shopping. So, yes, I'm older. I'm not gonna tell my age, but I got an Easter basket, a grown-up Easter basket, and I do not regret anything. So I came with the idea, and I made my mom an Easter basket, a grown-up Easter basket. Okay. And I heard this book called Behind Closed Door. And then some of her favorite candy. Just made it like a treat yourself kind of basket. And yep, that's what I got. And then we went to Wingstop, and Wingstop was on some BS because they were like, you can order through the app, like through DoorDash or whatever other ones that you can order food through, but you can't go in and order, and then you can't do a call-in. I was like, what the fuck y'all open for? Okay, so I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. But they just made me mad. It didn't make any sense. Okay. Anyway, next thing I'm marking is that we end up going to KFC. Not what we wanted. It was okay. It didn't hit the spot because, again, not what we had our mind on. So that was that. And then I ended the night with a YouTube binge. Okay. Moving on to Sunday, first thing that I'm going to mark is that I watched, first of all, Happy Easter. It was Easter this day. And then the first thing I'm going to mark is that I watched Drama Box, which is like a vertical, it's called Verticals, like mini, I don't know. They have episodes, so it's not really a show, but it's not really a movie. Anyway, it's called Verticals, and we watched that. So it's like little mini movies, I guess. It's the best way. I'm going around the world, and I could have just said that. Okay. And then the next thing I'm marking is that I made some iced coffee. So I put that as some homemade iced coffee. I think I can scoop this down, be able to fit everything in there. I'm using this teacup just because I want to use up my stickers. Not that was the cup that was in, because it wasn't. Next thing I'm going to mark is that I read on Chapters, which is an interactive reading app. It's not AI, but it's like they put pictures with the story. I mentioned it before. It's in a way interesting way to pass the time, I guess. I don't really know. Okay. Then the next thing I'm marking is that we had our Easter dinner, so everybody came to my mom's house, and so I'm marking that it was family time. I guess I didn't really want to go and find anything interesting, so like a family sticker. So I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna write Easter dinner right there. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, there was a plan for me doing it like that. There was. Okay. Next thing is that I read, and I put a lot. I guess for me it was a lot. So hey. Okay, we're gonna use this. I think we're going to make it. Use that. And then I am marking that I dreamed about Bailey, which is my fur baby. I think I will mention it in a back plan video. Yeah, I think you can understand what I'm saying without saying it, because it's still, even though it's been a couple of months, it's still fresh. And that was my baby. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I think you all understand. Okay, so this is the completed spread. So let me zoom out without showing you all the hot mess behind my I don't even know if they did it justice. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying not to show y'all the mess. I don't want y'all to judge me, okay? Don't do it. Alright. So this is the final spread. It's not as sparkly as I want it to be. I don't know if I'm gonna make strips for this, or I'm just gonna write it. I might just handwrite it because I'm so far behind. But if you like this plan with me, think about liking my videos, subscribing to my channel, hit the notifications, all the good stuff. I'm new to this, but true to this. No, I'm just like, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.